I do not like losing to the Hogs. No, I thought we had a good competition tonight. Definitely some movement forward in some areas. Thought even though it's not our best score, we actually made a lot of progress, I thought, on beam. But I think, overall, pretty solid across the board. Obviously, we had a great floor rotation, but we had a good bar rotation. I feel like we need to start stronger. I feel like I think if we can attack that first event, that's going to give us an opportunity to kind of position ourselves in a little bit of a leader spot versus kind of chasing. So, but overall, a lot of good things tonight. And, right, we got our first 10 finally, right? Well deserved. So, and well overdue. So, but yeah.
So, just what's going through your mind whenever you see those 10s go up and you're celebrating with your teammates, especially being 5 years in the making?
It honestly didn't feel real. Like, I feel like I've been waiting for this moment, and not like hoping for it, but kind of hoping it's gonna happen. And today when it actually happened, I literally didn't know what to do, and I just started crying because it's been so long, and I feel like I've had routines where I feel like that could have been it, and it just wasn't. So having that today and just being able to celebrate and like be engulfed by my team was really special.
Mm-hmm. I felt like if that was a 10, we probably earned about a few 10.1s.
Right.
So it was good to see. Yeah.
Yeah, how quickly did you know in that situation that that's what's coming up? Did you have any indication when your teammates started surrounding you, or was it?
I try to stay in my own head in the routine, so I try not to think about it that much. But there's a little glimpse after skill, I'm like, oh, that was great. Okay, reset, and now the next skill. And then I try not to. You can feel it coming a little in my dismount, and I'm like, no, reset. This is we're still in the routine. Let's hit the dismount. But then after I hit the dismount, whether or not I get the 10 or not, it's just I feel really great about that routine. And so it's nice to get the 10, but even when I don't get the 10 and it feels like a great routine, it's very rewarding.
And you kind of, you anchored there on beam, and then you started off on floor. How do you go from all that excitement to just locking in and reading the ground on the floor?
It can be kind of chaotic, especially today. I was really trying to take it in, but then I was like, okay, really quick, I gotta reset and get to floor. But although I was very excited about my 10, I knew we still had another event to do, and I still had a job to do. So setting that off to the side and being like, okay, we have about 15 minutes until I can really, really celebrate again.
Mm-hmm. Josh, almost a month away from playing at Mizzou Arena or the Hearn Center. How does it feel to kind of get back in front of a home crowd?
I think it's actually really nice to compete at home, especially having the home crowd. And I remember being here for LSU, and the crowd really makes a difference. I remember talking to media afterwards, and they were asking me do you like seeing all the people in the stands? And honestly, the amount of excitement from the Tiger fans never goes unnoticed, and that actually we're able to feed off of that. So being able to be home for the first time in a month, it's actually really nice.
And we don't have to travel home and travel the next day when our plans get canceled. No, but it's nice because we get to train the day before in Hearn, so it's nice just get the atmosphere and know the equipment. It's always a little bit of adjustment going away and trying to adjust to the equipment a little bit, so it's nice to have that consistency in that.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, can you just speak to the level of performance that these two athletes on your left are performing at the moment?
Yeah, it's, really, really great stuff. I think Sienna set an all-around record tonight too, right? Yep. So, these two are carrying a lot of the load of what we're accomplishing. I think we've got. So really proud of them. And it's not like they're just doing it this year. They've been doing it for the last 2, 3, 4 years, right? And so, doing some great stuff at a high level, right? In the toughest, league in the country. And so, so I couldn't be more proud of these two. They not only do it in the, on the score sheet, but they do it, in the locker room, in the classroom. What's your GPA?
Last semester was a 4.0.
Yeah, just a 4.0. What's your GPA?
Right now it's about a 3.5.
3.5, right? So they're doing some great stuff in the classroom, and they're great teammates. And so, we have 3 things. We want to be great in the gym, great in the classroom, we want to be great teammates. And they definitely are doing great things. I'd give them a 10-0 and all those things. So, right? So, yeah.
Shannon, when we talk about this being a 10 that's 5 years in the making, can you talk a little bit about what it's been like to coach Sienna through that process and see her, pushing for something like this to happen for so long? Yeah,
she seems so nice and friendly. Right? It's because she is nice and friendly, right? Yeah. So, it's been a lot of fun. I think, when she came out of high school, you know, she took a little bit of a chance on us, and we took a little bit of a chance on her. But together, we've really made that, I think, that opportunity pay off. So, and same thing with this young lady right here, right, doing some great stuff. But I think they knew we had something special here, and we had the ability to do it. I think they knew they had a coach who just got a lot of passion, and I knew I had some student athletes that had equal passion, right? And so that was a good match. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and they've definitely helped us. Sienna and Jossie here have definitely helped us build this program right here. And you know, as much as I feel like we're struggling a little bit, man, we're like right there. Like, I mean, we went 197. We went on a season high. We went on 197.525 tonight, and I think we're a little irritated about it, right? So you know, you do have to balance that though, because you know, we have to take away like, hey, there was a lot of great, right? We're almost there, but if we're not quite firing on all cylinders and we're still doing some, you know, we're at that level, like that tells me that we can get better. And I do feel like we're continuing to get better. I felt like there was a little dip early February, and now we're continuing to build and build and build, and the scores would reflect that as well.
197 would have been, we wouldn't even be able to dream of that like freshman year. It was like not even.
Yeah, Sienna laughs, but there were some lean years there,
Yeah.
right? So
yeah,
you know, I mean, I think we've not scored, you know, we've had 197 plus in every meet except for, I don't know, one or two. Yeah, so some good things, and definitely a credit to these two for helping us move our team along there.
Shannon, you kind of alluded to it already, but do you just believe that your group just hasn't hit their ceiling yet, and that's going to be coming, you know, as you guys hit?
I do.
Postseason?
Yeah, I do. I have to taper it a little bit because I can tell these guys know that I get a little disappointed in some things. But you know, so I just try to balance it a little bit in on there. You know, and obviously we want to walk away with wins, but you know that score will definitely help us in our rankings. You know, I know it's hard to think, oh, they lost, but it's going to go up, right? And so it's a hard concept, I think, in sports to understand that. But yeah, I mean, I think we got some great events. I mean, a 49.45 on bars and a 49.6 on floor. That is great. That's great, right? That's not just okay. That's great. And then we go 49.2 plus on the other two. You know, that's okay, but those can be better, right? Those can be better. And so, yeah, I really do feel like we're an upper 197 team if we're hitting our stride, right? Which the numbers would obviously reflect that too. So yeah, we're excited about it. I think we traditionally have peaked at the end of each season, and we definitely intend to do that again.
What went into putting Kennedy on ball today?
Yeah, you know, well, she's been doing a great job actually in practice, and we've been pretty impressed with her, and she warmed up well. And I just thought, you know, if we're going to, you know, we don't want to wait to postseason because that's not a great time to make changes. And I'm like, well, today's our day. And I felt like it was fairly equal between her and Grace Ann. And I just said, you know what, today's the day. We're going to do it today, right? And we really, as a coaching staff, we're like, hey, if they're fairly equal and we feel like we want to get them in there, let's get them in there now so that when we go into the postseason, if we have to make some tweaks, they at least have had some competitive experience. And so that really was the main thing. And you know what? She did a great job. She went 9-8 in the first one, and I think, you know, for kind of getting thrown in there at the last minute and making some swaps. But, you know, you got to do those things at times and switch up your personnel. You know, we did it on floor too tonight. We popped Rena out of the floor lineup, and we popped Alana into that floor lineup, and Alana went 9-9. So, you know, it's just sometimes you see things, and you just got to go with your gut. So.
Got a little bit more time, just one more on the part.
Sure.
For Jocelyn, I kind of asked Sienna this, but while you're watching your teammate there, when do you know that, when can you see that a score like that's coming, or a really high scoring performance is coming?
I feel like that actually definitely goes into what we do at practice. Yes, we are competing well, and yes, we are wanting to get high scores, but that goes into the reps that we do every single day. And so coming to competition, it doesn't really change that. And it's not a shocker that Sienna got a 10. She's hit so many different routines that have been of 10 caliber. She just hasn't reached that score yet. So tonight, to actually see her get that score, I wasn't surprised at all, because she puts hard work into the gym day in and day out.
How do you kind of keep that mindset going, Sienna, like through 5 years with the program? Just like today you hit like all season highs, I feel like.
Yeah, I just am very passionate and very determined every day, like in the gym. Sometimes the score is there, sometimes it's not, but every day I come into the gym like, all right, how are we going to get better today? And it can be hard to keep a consistent mindset like that, but Shannon has definitely helped me with that, and just the people I'm around have definitely helped me with that, and it's just, that's a huge thing, like going in, like having to do all around and going to every single event and being able to also just leave events in the past too is a huge thing, but definitely goes in the gym, a lot of practice with the mindset and a lot of practice with like the moving on and separating pieces.
Got time for one more question?
These guys are hungry.
Otherwise, we'll call it a wrap.
All right. Hey, thank you all.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
thanks.
We'll hopefully see you next Sunday.